Juliet Love, and tonight I'll be conducting interviews with 4 individuals who have been declared the righteous of the nation by Yavashim. These individuals have risked freedom, safety, and their own lives to protect and save any and all victims possible from Nazi persecution and execution. These stories may disturb you and may even evoke some emotional reaction, but they are crucial in understanding the roles these heroes played with the confines of this dark period in history itself. Please help me welcome our first guest, Mr. He Fanshan, also known as the Schindler of China. Mr. He was born in Ningyan, Henan, China, to a poor family. With a hard work and effort, managed to earn a PhD. After Kristallnacht in Germany, European Jews grew frantic to escape, but needed visas from other foreign countries to leave. Mr. He went against his orders of his supervisors to issue 1,200 visas in the first 3 months alone. He saved thousands of Jews with his service. So, good evening, Mr. He.
谢谢, Ms. Love. Honored to be here.
What inspired you to engage in a diplomatic career?
Well, I've always held an interest in international politics. I was first posted in Turkey, where I was first secretary of to Vienna in the Chinese legation. But in Austria, when I was annexed by Germany, I was appointed to consul general. From my humble upbringings to my career in international relations, I've always held that interest in international politics. And this is especially useful in a time when the world was in imminent war with each other and the conflicts were surrounding us on all sides.
What inspired you to go against orders and issue visas for the Jews, despite the potential consequences?
The Jews needed me. Visas were not required to enter Shanghai, but visas were required just so you can exit Austria. Had I not done this, many thousands more of the Jews would have been executed, and I would have felt very responsible having known that I could have helped, but I did not. And I'm glad that China, even though it was through my role of violating orders, had a role to play within the salvation of the Jews.
Hello, Princess Alice. My name is Julia Love, and I'll be interviewing you this evening. Can you tell us a little bit about your experience at the Red Cross?
It was difficult going during the war, but I did the best I could. I devoted myself to helping the sick and the poor. I wanted to help them get back on their feet.
So what attracted you to follow the Jewish faith?
Well, I'm deeply religious. I expressed myself in the Jewish faith. I would constantly visit the Jewish ward, and I would stay for cordial conversations with my former governess, Rachel.
How does it feel knowing you saved so many Jewish people from sudden death?
When I was given the opportunity, it made me feel good about myself. I had the ability to help those in need, to give them a chance to get away from the chaos.
Good evening, Mr. Edmonds. How does it feel to be the first ever American soldier to be recognized under the Yad Vashem?
Affirmative love. I don't feel like I'm a hero or a righteous man of any type. I was in command of those men. Jewish or not, they were under my command. They relied on me to get them through war and recovery. So whether they were Jews or Christians or not, whatever race they were, we're all Americans. So we have to stick by each other and fight for freedom as equally as possible.
Were you ever scared of death in your time as a prisoner of war?
Everyone's afraid to die, mostly because it's unknown what happens to you when you die. It's easier to live with if you make up some kind of like if you make up like a belief that you would like of what you're gonna do or where you're gonna go when you die. I mean, your religion will always help you there as well. But there were times when I was worried, you know, maybe they might shoot me just to shoot me or kill me just to kill me. But, you know, it's easier to live with once you're prepared for it.
Good evening, Dr. Giacinto Lazzarini.
Hello, ma'am. Thank you for having me.
According to reports, you formed the partisan military formation, the Lazzarini Military Brigade. What were your duties as commander?
Well, being the commander of such a unique and vast group of individuals, my duties really varied. I had to rescue political prisoners by placing them on trains. I had to secretly excavate Jews from certain camps. And other times there would be actual battles that I would have to take part in. And I did lose a few good men, but being commander of such a unique and honorary military formation, these duties were really heavy. And I took to it very well.
Many of several hundred Jewish people you saved never even knew your name. Why is that?
Well, two main reasons. One, I didn't want my name to be revealed out to any sort of higher authority because while I'm not afraid to die, I didn't want any of my men or anyone who was in any way related to me to be in danger. And two, I don't want people to just remember by my name. I want them to remember my duties. Sure, I was a colonel, and sure, I did become a doctor eventually, but it's not about them. My job was to save these lives. I did not agree with Mussolini or anything that he ever did. And thankfully, due to our efforts, we were able to save several hundreds, and even though I may never know their names, I will remember the faces of their hope that they had left.
谢谢。
Well, this includes the 4 interviews for today. I don't know if you guys had any emotional reaction, but it did truly affect me. I am truly inspired by these 4 individuals.